everyone, I'm Daniela and welcome to Black Cat Kitchen. Today we're making Pancit Bihon. My friend Sylvie at What's Cooking at Mom's Kitchen invited me to join in with some of her friends to make this Filipino collaboration video. I've linked their channels down below, so make sure you check them out and give them a big thumbs up. Pancit Bihon is a Filipino noodle dish. My version today uses pork as the protein and a lot of really delicious vegetables. I chose ingredients that are easy to find wherever you live so that you can have this beautiful dish at home. But feel free to mix it up. If you're vegetarian, use tofu and swap out the oyster sauce for a little bit more soy sauce and a pinch more sugar. This recipe is quick and easy, so let's jump right in. See the description below for a list of ingredients. Let's start by cutting our vegetables into bite-sized pieces. I like to slice my carrots into rounds and then into sticks, and I'm using about 2 small carrots here. Next, I'll chop some green beans. Now I'll thinly shred some cabbage. I'm using a Savoy cabbage because I love the dark green leaves, but you can use whatever cabbage you can find. Now let's slice 1 small onion into rounds. Finally, chop your garlic. For me, the more the better. Chop 1 pound of your favorite protein. I'm using pork slices with some fat still on it, but you can use chicken or you can make this vegetarian and use tofu. I like my protein cut into small cubes. Add your protein to a hot wok. I'm not adding any oil here because the pork has enough fat in it. But of course, if you're using a leaner protein or tofu, you'll want to add a little bit of vegetable oil. I like to spread my pork along the sides of the wok to make sure each piece gets a nice sear. This also helps to render all of that fat out. Once your pork is nice and brown and all of the fat has rendered out, transfer it back to a clean plate. I'm going to add a splash of vegetable oil to that pork fat to help the onions and garlic start to cook. And into our hot wok goes our onions. Give them a good toss to break them up and allow them to pick up some of that flavor and color from the bottom of the wok. Once our onions have started to soften, we're going to add in our chopped garlic. After about 30 seconds of stir frying that garlic, add your pork back in. At this stage, you'll want to season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. Not too much because the sauce has a lot of flavor, but just enough to make sure it's all nice and balanced. In go all of our vegetables and give that a good toss to make sure that fat is starting to coat all of the vegetables and they're starting to wilt down. Once all of your vegetables have started to wilt down, we're going to start creating our sauce. Add in 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce, a tablespoon of oyster sauce, 2 tablespoons of regular soy sauce, and give that a little mix so that it starts to coat all of the vegetables. I could eat it just like this. And now we'll add 500 milliliters of a good quality chicken stock. You can use water if you'd like, but chicken stock really helps to bump up that flavor. And we're going to let this come to a boil. And now for the bihon, we're going to nestle in our rice vermicelli noodles into that liquid, about 8 ounces. You want to help them out here and let them absorb that liquid, so start to press them down until they soften, and then you can stir your mix over the noodles so that they sort of sit underneath and absorb all those beautiful flavors. It won't take long for those noodles to cook, but just let it continue to simmer on a high heat until all of that sauce has been absorbed. That sauce really thickens with the starch of the rice noodles. It becomes glossy and gorgeous. Once it's finished, chop the green parts of the spring onion over your noodles. Give that a quick stir and you're ready to plate it up. I love mine with a squeeze of lime on top. It really brightens up those flavors. Thanks so much for watching. If you're hungry for another recipe, check out this one here. And make sure to hit that subscribe button down there. I'd love if you give this video a big thumbs up and leave us a comment down below. From me and Kiki, see you next time.